Hey guys, and welcome back to another BBL SuperCoach game review, this time being the Hobart Hurricanes against the Adelaide Strikers. That was completed last night to round out the first round of singles in BBL SuperCoach. And what a round it was. I felt like I did pretty well in it, but this was an up and down, I guess, day or game in general. I felt like there were some players that definitely could have put me further down the order, or even just made it a red arrow rather than a green arrow. And certainly some players here that I was happy didn't score, or happy that they did score and took on more of the limelight because they aren't really owned by anyone. But anyway, I'll just quickly bring up the Hobart Hurricanes scorecard, so this game scorecard, so that I can show you guys. But anyway, let's just jump into this video here. So as you can see, we'll start off with Hobart and then we'll get to the Adelaide Strikers. Hobart winning against Adelaide with about 8 balls to spare, 7 balls to spare, something like that. Tim David top scoring with 97. And this was a real surprise, I would say, in a way, because did nothing with the ball or in the field. So straight 97 from the bat there. And he got the 62 off 28 and he was 4 off 10. So he scored 58 off his last 18 balls and he just went off. It was one of the most berserk things that I've seen. If we just scroll down here, it wasn't here, it was this over here where he just took them to the cleaners. I think this ball, this over plus this over here, he took, 14 off 5 here, and then he scored 25 off 5 there. So he scored 39 off 11 balls, 39 off 11 balls in this stretch here or something like that. And it was just one of the 39 off 10, sorry, I would think, because he faced 5 in this over, 5 in the last there. And yeah, didn't do anything crazy outside of that, but 39 off 10 balls there, which pretty much you can include that in him getting his strike rate bonus from that. He scored something like, and I think that might have been also where he got to his 50 or give or take, I think. Let me just see. No, he hit a couple of sixes, so he wouldn't have got to his 50 in that stretch, but still, that stretch of 10 balls, he scored 64 SuperCoach points in that and completely destroyed Jamie Overton. I mean, at that point, Jamie Overton had none for 26 off 2 or none for 28 off 2, so he wasn't going to get his economy rate bonus. He was already down to a 10 if he had bowled 2 maidens, which you're not going to bowl 2 maidens in a chase like that with Tim David already going. And yeah, so he was never going to get an economy rate bonus, so he just smacked them around, which kind of helped for the Jamie Overton owners that aren't captainers, because you didn't really get that big score, but you still got a decent enough score that Jamie Overton was valuable enough. But yeah, that was just amazing from Tim David, and he single-handedly pretty much got them over the line as they needed 70 off 7, and then it was 32 off 30. Like, it was just a ridiculous run here where they scored 41 off of, as you can see here, they needed, what was it in the end? They needed 73 off 7, and then suddenly 41 off 2 overs. Where is it? Yeah, 41 off 2 overs, and it's down to 32 off 5, which is just crazy. Game winning, 2 overs, 10 minutes of madness, and it's game over, effectively. So that was Tim David, comfortably the highest scorer, but we've seen him do this and then also have games of 0. That's how this number 6 position usually rolls. I'm not saying that the number 6 position, batter only, is, and then also not the greatest fielder, is an unscorable position. It's just way too volatile for me personally, and it doesn't seem to score regularly that well. Mitch Owen got to the 20, got the max strike rate bonus, also took a catch to get to 72 points. For those that have him, job done. I don't know if he's going to be valuable in the double though. I know he's averaging 67 on the year. If you take out that big ton though, you start to see that it probably dips down quite a lot. But can you take a big ton out without taking like a 28 out or something like that, or a 20 out? But yeah, if you take out those type of scores, then you see him, say you take out the first 2 weeks here, you see him go 28, 62, 68, and 72, That's 140, 168 in 3 games. That's still an average of 50 odd. So will be interesting to see how he goes against the Sydney Thunder in the next couple of weeks, as I think that'll sort of define whether we pick him up or not heading into his double. But it's just not the role that I really want to get, especially at the price he's probably going to be at, especially if he gets to 20 in either of these Thunder games. He's probably going to be priced at around about the 160, 170 range, as he's currently 150. So I just don't like that at all. Matty Way got to 27 at a quick enough clip, and then at 27 off 18, and then got caught on the boundary by James Bazley, who had one of the worst games I've seen in a long time. He scored 8 off 5 with a bat, and that was the best thing he did. Scoring that boundary was the best thing he did, was the most clean thing he did, because he dropped the catch and he did not bowl as well. They went for Darcy Shaw over him. So I'm just absolutely confused. The whole theory behind going with the likes of a James Bazley. I think you can go with, when Matt Short is back, when Matt Short is back, I think you can go with Matt Short, Darcy Short, Weatherald, Pope, Ross, and then have Jamie Overton at 7 itself there, rather than Jamie Overton at 6, Bazley at 7, because Bazley is effectively a specialist number 7. But anyway, that's my talk on Bazley, so that I don't have to talk about him later. Salamanca, I probably butchered that name, but yeah, he scored 43, took 2 wickets, he's looked all right. A mystery spinner, sometimes these guys get smacked around, sometimes they just cannot be played, and it looked like Chris Lim was just going to slog sweep everything off of him, and he finally just missed time 1, alongside, how did he get his first wicket here? Jake Weatherall caught at a long off the bowling of Salamanca, I think, or Salamanca is how I'm going to pronounce it. I know that that's wrong, but I'm not going to take time to figure that out at the moment live on recording. So, yeah, he bowled really well and ended up with the figures 2 for 22 off 2. I know that it looks like he got smacked around, but that is like 2 or 3 Chris Lim boundaries, and that's it. And then we get down to Riley Meredith, 38, took 1, had an economy rate bonus as well, as he bowled pretty well, 4 overs, 1 for 26. He's done pretty well this year, Riley Meredith. For a guy priced at starting out at like 80 odd K, he's averaged 48 for the year, which is exactly what we sort of predicted. I wish I had started with him, honestly, as he's done pretty well. I think he's almost put up a score in every game of the year. I think he might have missed 1 game, but I don't think he's missed too many. Yeah, missed out on 1 game, and that's about it. He's scored in pretty much every other game, which has just shown how good he is at the moment. Chowdhury, 36, was annoying. He couldn't get that strike rate up to really produce something or get a wicket there, but he's shown his all-round ability. He's bowling, he's batting, and he's also out in the deep in the field. I think he's one that we're still watching the Blacktown weather, because it's currently about a 20% chance for their game in round 6, I think it is. Yeah, we're into round 6 now. There's this 20% chance that it rains out at Blacktown on the Wednesday. But we'll just see how that produces. But if not, Chowdhury looks like a really good option, because he can score 20 pretty quickly, or even just score a sketty. He can go up and down the gears really well. And then he's also an option with the ball, as he did bowl, I think, 2 overs here to help out Salamanca. 2 overs, none for 19 with the 4 dots there. Then we get to Chris Jordan, 28. That was looking like a horrific score, and then he burgles a wicket off the last ball of the innings, was it? Last ball of the 18th over, he takes a wicket, bowls Alex Ross, and pretty much saves his figures. I thought he was a little bit unlucky that he had a couple of inside edges as well. So I feel like he probably bowled worthy about a 1 for 35, 1 for 40, which is still on the same points path as that. It's still going to be like a 25 score or so. But it just shows how much more valuable I think bowlers are than batters, given that he didn't bowl his greatest, but if that was a batter's game, he scores about 5. And if it's a bowler's game, you can go anywhere between 5 or 25. It just feels like the bowlers, when they have a shit game, they can have that 20 plus points advantage on the batters. It's when the batters have a really good game is when that sort of evens out. So at the bowlers, I feel like have a higher floor, but the batters almost have the same, if not higher ceiling. So that's sort of my thoughts on BBL point scoring and how it should be probably evened out a little bit more to. I think there should be a higher end bowler economy rate negative bonus to really negate these types of play, because I feel like if you go over the 11 or 10 runs and over, you should probably have a negative bonus and have like a -5 or something, but we probably won't see that. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Chris Jordan and how he played, and he also got a cheeky 4 runs to ice the game, which I was pretty happy about because that was 4 more to my total. Billy Stanlake, 25, took a wicket, and much to the same of the likes of Chris Jordan, 1 for 38. I think he took his early though. Yeah, he got Darcy Short, who just skied a pull shot. Darcy, he got the walking wicket effectively of the strikers lineup. Nathan Ellis just took a catch, didn't really do much. Dropping in price before his double, which we liked that exactly. He'll be like 130k given he's 150k with 107 break even. I feel like 130k on his double, Nathan Ellis is the easy buy there. And then we get to Benny McDermott, 17, didn't get the strike rate bonus. Just going through here, 17 off 14, got out. Bowled Lloyd Pope, he just missed a half volley, simply as that. And that just shows the difference. Benny McDermott looked 10 times better or more in form than the likes of Chris Jordan. Yet Chris Jordan, because of his all-round ability, plus also just the way that wickets work compared to runs, he outscores McDermott by 11 points. Even if you take away the runs, he still outscores him by 7 points. Take away also the dot balls, and he still outscores him. Take away the dot balls and runs, and he still outscores him by 3. It just shows how much more valuable wickets are compared to runs. Runs, you really have to get to that 20. Once that 20 hits over, you're in the money. And then, yeah, Shea Hope, pretty much the same theory applies. And we get over to the Adelaide strikers. Chris Lynn, 49. Thankful that he didn't get that 50 bonus, as that was 10 points to me, effectively through the Chowdhury catch. But also, he didn't get 10 points, so it was almost a 20-point swing. For those that have had Chris Lynn over the last 2 weeks, he's an ultimate consistent performer with the bat and has shown it yet again. Averaging 40 for the year, 3-round average is 72.3. Obviously on the bye this round, so not going to select him, but could be a sneaky pod, I feel like. But yeah, I just wouldn't be obviously selecting him, as he played really well. I'm surprised that they didn't look more into that concussion potential with that hit early on in the game, but we know that, we don't know exactly what happened, so just got to take it on face value that it was another injury that happened that caused him to not want to field out there, because fielding was treacherous out there with the, I think, dew factor and a little bit of rain. Alex Ross, 47, got out just before the 50 marker. That makes, I think, about the 5th or 6th batsman to get out within 1 shot or even just 1 boundary, like 3-4 runs of 50. I know that we saw that quite a lot happen in David Warner. I think also someone else did it as well in the same exact game. Let me just do this. Jacob Bethel, Marcus Stoinis, Chris Lynn 3, Alex Ross 4 guys. And then also, where is it? David Warner 5. I'm just looking through. In 1 round, we've had 5 guys get out within 1 shot. Looking through here, and Brendan Doggett, I don't think you can really classify that. Cooper Connolly as well. I think he might have got out. I'm not 100% sure in that game. Oh no, that was a chase. Sorry. No one else in these type of games as well. Nope. Just looking through. And then, yeah, no one else in round 4. So we had 5 guys in round 3 do it, and I don't think anyone else has done the exact same thing. You could almost classify Philippi on 42, Nick Hobson, 47, he didn't get out in that game. No one else in this game, they got past it. No one in this game, and then I don't think anyone in this game either. So yeah, we had 5 in round 5 do it for some reason, and I cannot find, I guess, Sammy Harper in this game, but didn't get the strike rate bonus. That makes 6 on the year. Josh Inglis, 7. I'm pretty sure he would have got out in this game. Maybe not. I'm not 100% sure about that. And then, yeah, I don't know if, maybe even Ollie Davies might have gotten out. So quite a lot of guys do this where they get close. Jamie Overton as well. I don't know if he got out in that game as well. And then anyone in these games as well. But just shows you how many times it happens and how many points have been leaked. That's 50 points in just round 5 from the guys that we mentioned. So just shows how often it happens. So yeah, really happy that he scored runs and didn't leave it to other guys. Ollie Pope scoring 30 through stumpings was a little bit annoying. I'm kind of happy that stumpings are only 15 points because I thought that they were 20 for a second. But yeah, 15 times 2 from, I think 1 from Boyce, 1 from Pope. Got him up to a decent score as well as scoring well with the bat. Cam Boyce, 2 for, of course, I traded him out and didn't play him in round 5, and in round 6 he also scored as well. So just a bad decision there in my part, thanks to Liam Scott. And yeah, now he's actually scoring well again, averaging 30 for the year. And yeah, he's a decent cricketer in the end. And sometimes when you try and make the pace on the ball by going down to him, you're just going to get stumped. Jamie Overton got his 20 strike rate bonus. And yeah, that's basically how he scored most of his points. Got a catch as well, dropped a catch as well. And I think he also had a drop off his bowling or something. Yeah. So he just had a horrific game, especially with the ball. And it still ended up on a 60, shows his value. And the big question point will be, do you trade him or do you not? Do you hold him? Lloyd Pope, 2 for with the ball. Yeah, he just looks really good and just shows that bowlers as well, if they take poles, they just do really well. I mean, Lloyd Pope, 4 overs, 2 for 38. We always say that he's going to go for 35 to 40 runs, and he took 2 for this week. 2 wides as well, a little bit annoying there. But that's the way Lloyd Pope bowls. He's either probably going to end up with about 25 or 45 points. Sometimes he'll get that 3rd wicket and get up towards that like 75, 80 point marker. But good effort from Lloyd Pope there to get to the 43, was it that we said? Yeah, 43 for Lloyd Pope. Then Henry Thornton got a wicket late, I'm pretty sure. Chowdhury, I want to say, got out. Yeah, Chowdhury caught Jamie Overton. That was a 31 pointer, even though Chowdhury I have him myself. That was 31 points to me off that because Chowdhury was never going to really actually get points to get the strike rate bonus. But yeah, that was really good that they got that for Thornton and also for the sake of Jamie Overton. But yeah, Thornton, 27. I feel like he's now a trade out because he has, 7, 8 and 9 compared to some guys have 5 games in that time. So 5 games compared to 3, you probably have to trade out. Basically, he's just terrible. Weatherall didn't get to his strike rate bonus. Doggett, for those that traded him in, I think that was a massive difference and probably a round changer for me in getting Chris Green early. Brendan Doggett went up, still 17k or something like that, and has a -10 break even. But he just didn't look as good this week. And then Darcy Short, a batter only, who bowled 1 over, but it was horrible. Yeah, he got to 4. Which was pretty typical Darcy Short rocks and diamonds from him. But anyway, that is the video there going through the, I guess, last game of the round between Hobart and Adelaide, and then you will see me back in a little bit for my round review, and then which will include my trades as well. And then you'll also see me with the trade targets as I'll try and provide those sort of pod options, etc. But anyway, if you did enjoy that, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on. If you're listening on Spotify, give me a follow over there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.